This is going to be a collective reading for the full moon in Scorpio. I'm just going to pull a couple cards for the collective energies right now and throughout the rest of the week for this full moon in Scorpio. Collective reading for the full moon in Scorpio. Okay. All right. Collective reading for the full moon in Scorpio. First, let's look at the main situation based off the frequency of the collective. Okay. The current situation is the Magician and the Ten of Wands. So that tells me that majority of us feel that we're trying to manifest, right? But there's still a lot of heaviness that we're carrying with us. Unresolved issues, or carrying too much, doing more than we can handle, right? While trying to manifest. The High Priestess is also involved here. So this is about a period of transition into another cycle. Closing out an old cycle and getting ready to manifest a brand new cycle. But at the same time, things are so uncertain. Maybe there's still a lot of unknowns. And so therefore it's like a burden because there's that worry of the what ifs and possibly, well, we'll get more. Let's look at the obstacle. What's the obstacle? Collective. Seven of Wands. What is the collective obstacle for this full moon in Scorpio? What is the collective obstacle? Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the World. That is the obstacle right there. When you have this combo, so the Seven of Wands is about, it's kind of like, how do I really explain this? In the traditional tarot deck, it shows a person that's fighting off a whole bunch of wands, right? But in this one, it's showing someone that is elevated and kind of just ignoring the wands. So like disassociating or avoiding or not even like recognizing what's happening down here, ignoring it, like I said. There is a 10 of wands or 10 of swords. So now we have 10-10. The 10 of wands is in the situation. 10 of swords is in the obstacle. So there's a lot of heartache. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of suffering, right? There is an end. So it's like the obstacle is that there's an end here. A painful feeling, a painful ending. And the World. Like it's a difficult transition because during this process, when we're closing out old cycles, we have to declutter. So that could mean addictions, right? Vices, things that are adding to the load of the 10 of Wands. Cleaning out all the toxic parts of ourselves, really. And starting a new cycle with new contracts. Perhaps this is also about knowing who you want to bring with you on this new cycle that's starting and which ones that you're leaving behind. And that's what the 10 of Swords brings, right? Or it's like some people don't even know that there is a new cycle starting, and they're like, I don't know. Let's get some more. In the obstacle, clarify the 10 of Swords. The Devil. Yeah, it's like addictions, right? Vices. That's the obstacle. Toxic behavior patterns, even. Oh, I just got a peek at the star at the bottom. Okay, what's the solution? What's the solution? What's the solution? Oh my gosh. That's just one. We got strength. What's the solution? What's the solution? Page of Swords. Six of Swords. So far, what I'm getting is the solution is to have strength to ask for help when you need it. Page of Swords is like talking, right? Discussing, or it's about having those conversations, those heart-to-heart conversations. Strength card is Leo, representing the heart, coming from an authentic space, having clear communication. And the Six of Swords is about like moving forwards, right? And then we have the Lovers. So the solution here is having the strength to be vulnerable, right? Being controlled, but open. And having that communication that's needed, a discussion of moving forwards to calmer waters to make better decisions. Because the Lovers card is also about decisions, choices, but it's also like the Lovers, like the card is. Obviously, it looks like a romantic card in this one especially. But so that you can reassess what you want to bring along with you. So in romantic cases, it's like if you are having a dispute or things are not on good terms, things are silent, this is the time to make that decision. Nine of Cups at the bottom, everybody wants to have their wish fulfillment. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to have their wishes fulfilled? Who doesn't want to have their dreams? That's what this is all about. This new cycle we want to manifest our wish fulfillment. So the situation is that there's a disconnect here when you have the Magician and the High Priestess. The High Priestess knows things we don't know of, right? The universe knows of. This is about cycles of mystery, fate, destiny, karma, whatever. But it's a intuitive card. We have the 10 of Wands, which represents burdens of some kind, but those burdens are doing something to keep us from manifesting something, right? So it is literally in limbo of things. That's the situation. The obstacle, we have, whether it's avoiding things, whether it is being too defensive, even arrogant in a way by looking at this card. And then 10 of Swords, like there's been a lot of pain, right? It's an obstacle that you're going through right now, is dealing with pains that have come about, that's brought about by the new cycle that's happening, the World card, and the Devil. Obstacles trying to get through, trying to reset our diet, or getting rid of vices, getting rid of addictions of any kind, or any kind of toxicity. And then the solution here is just having the strength, remembering that you have the power. It takes the strength within you to get through these, but you have to be communicative. You need to talk to the ones that are important to you. You need to have those discussions about how to move forwards. If you need help, right? The 10 of Wands here is the current situation. If you're needing help, then ask for it. And that way can move forwards into calmer waters and make better decisions in your life with the Lovers card. But if this is in regards to actual lover situation, then you have to have those discussions with your lover or your potential partner, because everybody wants their 9 of Cups wish fulfillment. So anyways, that's what I have for the collective read. I hope you guys liked it. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. And I'll see you later. Peace out.